Okay, hello everyone. I'm very glad to be here today to share my recent research with you. In this talk, I'll introduce a new technique proposed in our paper, which we call the residual guidance strategy. I'll introduce my work from the following 5 aspects. First, blurry images with strong noise are very common in real-world photography. For example, when shooting in low light or with long exposure, the captured images often suffer from both motion blur and considerable noise. The problem is that heavy noise makes it much harder to estimate the blur kernel accurately. And once the kernel is wrong, the deblurring result will inevitably be poor. As shown in this figure, the method by Liu et al. Completely fails when the noise level increases, especially when sigma is 0.05 or higher. The estimated kernels either collapse or become very inaccurate, which leads to unsatisfactory results. Only a few blend deblurring methods explicitly consider noisy scenarios. Traditional optimization-based methods and even recent learning-based approaches both struggle when noise is strong. Typically, there is a trade-off. If you try to remove too much noise, you also lose important structures and details. But if you focus only on deblurring, the noise remains and contaminates the result. So the key challenge is how to balance deblurring and denoising in order to recover both a sharp image and an accurate kernel. Mathematically, a blurry and noisy image can be modeled as the convolution of a latent clear image and a blur kernel, plus random noise. Most existing algorithms solve this problem with an alternating update strategy. Starting from an initial kernel, they estimate the latent image, then update the kernel using that image, and iterate. To avoid local minima, they usually adopt a cost-to-find scheme, refining the solution from low to high resolution. Okay, our contribution is to introduce the residual guidance strategy within this framework. The main idea is quite intuitive. Between scales, we compute the residue or the difference of the images. After that, the residue is then filtered to suppress noise while keeping the essential structures. The clear residue is added back, refining the image for the next iteration. In this way, our method preserves file details while also reducing noise, leading to better kernel estimation and clearer restored images. Okay, here you can see the flowchart of our proposed residual guided strategy. The overall pipeline follows a cost-to-find framework, but with a key difference. At each scale, we introduce a residual guidance model that refines and transfers clearer structural information to the next scale. This allows the model to gradually improve the kernel and latent image estimation in a more stable and consistent manner. As a result, each stage benefits from the denoised residuals of the previous one, effectively avoiding error accumulation and enhancing the restoration quality. In the experimental part, we conducted extensive evaluations on several commonly used benchmark datasets and various noise levels. For example, our approach consistently outperforms state-of-the-art methods in terms of PSNR, SSIN, and perceptual quality. Visually, our restored images exhibit sharper edges, richer textures, and fewer reading artifacts, while preserving file details even in heavily degraded regions. What is more, this residual guided idea is not limited to our framework. It's general and flexible, and can be integrated into other blend deblurring methods to enhance their robustness and high noise. Looking ahead, we plan to explore alternative filtering strategies and possibly combine residual guidance with deep learning approaches to further improve performance. That's all for my presentation. Thank you for your attention.